To welcome Amakhosi Network. Let's keep it real. Kaizer Chiefs is going to be playing Richards Bay and we need 3 points. But here is the starting lineup that Nabi is going to pick, and I am going to be honest with you. The team that is going to get that 3 points is going to be the following team. But before we get into that, please like, comment, and subscribe. Subscribe. Buffett mara why ninga subscribe? Over 80% of you nyabukele. Oh, it's very nice. But But anyway, let's get into it. Guys, the team that played, that started against Cape Town City needs to be the team that starts again against Richards Bay. I know the team in the first half did not score goals. But it's the first time those players got a chance to play together, and I think they need a second chance. I think they need another run, because first half we created a lot of chances. It was just about putting the ball in the back of the net. So for me, I think, look, Cape Town City has way better defenders than Richards Bay and way better coaching than Richards Bay. So I think this game is an actual good game to test that team again. And the Richards Bay team plays almost similar to Cape Town City, so you don't really have to make too many adjustments to accommodate the Richards Bay game. They're still going to do similar things, They're still going to sit back and wait for Chiefs to attack them and then try use their fast runners like Abo Figueroa and the striker Yanele Mbutum. Those kind of players to try do fast breaks and all of those things. So they won't really dominate us in the middle. As our midfield is not let's say the greatest midfield, but I don't think we can get dominated by Richards Bay. There are good players. Let me say there are players who can have a good game at Richards Bay, but nothing that I think nothing that should be at the level that takes away 3 points from Chiefs. Chiefs game against Richards Bay has to be a game where we can put 3 goals in the back of the net. Give players confidence. It has to be one of those games. The only thing that may change is that I don't know how long Tashreeq Morris is out for, and I don't know how quick Duba is in returning, because if those 2 players are on basically the comeback to start getting game time, it will now be a question of does Nabi throw them in the second half, or does Nabi try to start them? But I think he should give Dupree another chance, because we saw in the previous game, Dupree didn't really get a lot of chances. So I would like to see Dupree get more chance. But anyway, let's talk about the starting lineup. It will be Vuma. Vuma had a solid performance against Cape Town City. He had a solid performance against Stellenbosch. He's been solid in the past few games. The only thing, and I know you guys know, I always say that, the only thing about Vuma that worries me, number one, sometimes his positioning is off. And number two, when there are crosses and stuff like that, he's not the most confident keeper. But he's a shot stopper. Let me put it that way. He's a shot stopper, so he can handle a good shot. But sometimes a shot beats a player can easily beat him just by how they position themselves. I think we saw against the Amazulu game, he came out when it was unnecessary, or when he saves the ball, he saves it in the path of the players. So that's his fault. But what I'll say is this, and I said this when we were having debates about the keepers, that Vuma for me will always be a good third choice keeper, meaning that keeper that is there when the other 2 starting keepers are struggling. But now, because the other 2 keepers are not showing any progress, it's good that the Vuma is going to be there. But anyway, left back Dove has been performing well. Centre back Miguel, Msimango have been exceptional. Big credit to Msimango for coming in, showing confidence, and not allowing him being benched to affect his game. He has taken that position as if he was never benched in the first place. He's taken the same stance that Ditlokwe took when he was given a chance. When they were given chances, they took it with both hands. The only thing I'm praying for Msimango is that he continues to have a clean game, because Consistency is something that I think I really need from someone like Simang. I really need consistency from him. So I believe he can do it, but consistency, I want him to prove something to Nabi. I want him to prove to Nabi that he's an actual good defender, and he should be considered for next season in the starting lineup. Then Solomon's to start again. Solomon's had a really good game. I liked what the element he gave us in the game. It almost felt like we had an additional attacker, and was good to see. Then Thabo Cele and Nkosimpilo Ngcobo. Thabo Cele is a standard. We know he will be there. Nkosimpilo Ngcobo is the player that I want to see again, because he hasn't been given enough minutes. And in the minutes that he has been given, he's shown himself in flashes. When I say shown himself in flashes, Nkosimpilo Ngcobo has not had a game that is at his standard. He hasn't had that game. Let's be honest. He has not had that game, and he has not had that game for a long while. But minutes makes you get to that place where you start playing that game. I think a lot of us have seen what Dolly is doing now at TS Galaxy. Yes, there's less pressure. No one's thinking about him, so he gets to do things a bit easier without the fan pressure, etc. But it's also getting game time, getting the minutes. You know, he that's why I'm saying I'm still advocating to try Nkosimpilo Ngcobo again to see what he can do. Give him that chance, you know. And he hasn't put a foot wrong. Like, in the past few games, we have been winning, like, with him there. So it's not even a thing that we've been threatened defensively. We haven't really been threatened defensively with him there. But at the same time, Castillo is coming back. So I would like to see Castillo in the second half. But in the first half, I'd just like to see them start Nkosimpilo Ngcobo again. I think it will be a confidence booster. Then number 10 will be Umdu Shabalala. I want Serino to start on the left. I don't like this thing of Nabi making him start on the right. It's been shown for a number of weeks that Lollipop is actually more effective on the right than he is on the left. And I know from the previous games I've seen, there's a good understanding between Lollipop and actually Solomon's. And I don't think Solomon's has that good understanding with Serino. The reason I say this is because Lollipop plays a game where he doesn't keep the ball a lot. He doesn't hold on to the ball a lot. When he gets the ball, he looks for the next move and he makes it. And that speaks to Solomon's. When Solomon's and Lollipop are together, they minimize touches. So it takes them about 3 touches for them to at least pass the next defender and go to the next phase. Or 3 passes, they move the ball. Like they don't sit on the ball too much. And then Mdu Shabalala tends to move as a 10. He tends to find himself more on the left than he does on the right, which is why I want him to play with Serino there, because Mdu Shabalala's game will only improve if he finds a player who slows down the game from Mdu Shabalala, and that is Serino. Serino can slow down the game from Mdu Shabalala, because Mdu Shabalala, if he's playing at too much of a high pace, he ends up being erratic. He does things in jail like go to Vela, and then like he just kicks the ball in jail like a mad person. He like forgets Guti. He must calm down, and he just gets excited. But I think with Serino there's a calmness that Serino gives Mdu, and Mdu can make decisions. Because, fun fact, say what you want about Mdu Shabalala's miss, the one thing that impressed me, and the one thing I will praise Mdu Shabalala, and Mdu, you missed, yes, but you did something that I really loved about that in that miss. You did not rush the shot. You took your time. I have been talking about this weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks again. And I've been saying Mdu has a tendency to rush his shots. He has a tendency to want to take first-time shots. He has this tendency to want to just get rid of the ball same time instead of taking his time. This time round, he took his time. And I like that. It shows progress. It shows that in training they have been telling him something. The only thing that could have been done better is his fake shot. I think if his fake shot was more believable, it would have made Darren Kidd commit more. But because it was like a half committed shot, Darren Kidd doubted that this one won't shoot. And then like he stood in his position. But the moment you act like you're going to actually Capella, when you act like you're making that shot, you are even picking the spot. But when Mdu made like that fainting shot, it didn't look like he was positioned to pick a spot. So Darren Kidd already read that, because I've always said that Darren Kidd may not be your favorite goalkeeper, but he's like a Bradley Grobler. Bradley Grobler may not be your best striker, how he plays, moves off the ball, but in terms of finding the net, you'll find it because he's smart. He knows how to find that pocket. He knows how to connect with the ball, and Darren Kidd is the same. Darren Kidd knows how to do the basics of being a keeper. He knows how to sit. He knows how to make his body big. He knows how to do the base. So Darren Kidd is showing top quality keeper experience just by doing simple things, doing the basics of being a keeper. He's not being fancy. He's doing the basics, and the basics is your body as a keeper must intimidate the striker. You must always put yourself in a position where it's not easy for the striker. So that's why I'm saying, Dushabala, I give you credit for taking your time. As the miss is bad, yes, we're not taking that away. It's still a bad miss, but the fact that you took your time is something that I'm seeing progress in. And I think there will be days and weeks where that ball goes in, and days and weeks when the ball starts to hit the net, and that people will forget this miss. But anyway, then striker still Dupree, right wing still Lollipop. Well, for me, I want Lollipop right wing. Nabi will still probably want to try him at left because Lollipop has a good shot. But like I say, there's no benefit to Lollipop's shot if he doesn't get closer to the box. He needs to get closer to the box for him to be that threat. But Lollipop wants to start so far wide and dribble people, and he seems to me like his game is more of the assist game than it is of the taking shots and scoring game. Yes, he has scored headers and stuff, but those weren't really chances that were created specifically for him. But in terms of him creating a shot, like dribbling a player, finding space, putting it in the back of the net, we still haven't seen that. And the reason why I'm saying that is that he seems his mind is more team orientated. He sometimes lacks that little selfishness to dribble a player, get closer to the box and take a shot. Yeah, that's one thing I want to see from Lollipop. He's a very good team player, but sometimes you just want him to be selfish because he has the technique, get close to the box and hit a good firm shot. Then Dupree, look, one thing I'm scared about is, and this is for me to Dupree, I'm scared that he's starting to look like a one-dimensional player, a player that can only play with space behind him. And I say this because we won't play a lot of teams that give space behind us because we are Kaizer Chiefs. A lot of teams respect us enough to give us the ball. And when they give us the ball, it means that oftentimes we will be in the other team's half trying to make plays. And the reason why I'm saying this is that Dupree needs to find a way to not get bored in the game or not disappear in the game. And when I say that, it's saying he needs a way to involve himself, to do things. And that's either making runs off the ball that take away players from a certain position. That is it's just runs in the box, guys. Like when Solomon is coming through, Dupree must always be at the near post. When Dove has a through pass or whoever, Sereno, he must always be that player who is making that first run to peel off. And if he's not that player, that's where the problem will be. So I hope Dupree finds a way to work on that. And that's the starting lineup, Amakhosi.